Hey, CFDAers, Michael here. It is Michael's Minutes for December 2023. We are moving into the end of the year, about to start the new year, and dovetailing on one of my prior videos. What are the three? Do you need extra work? And my answer to that question was only if you can answer yes to these three questions. Those questions were: Are you going to class 5 days a week? Are you meeting the stimulus of the workout? And the third one, how is your diet something that you're tracking? If you answer yes to those three questions and you still hit something, then we can talk about extra work. But for the most part, I think most people need to dial those things in as best they can. So the first two ones, going to class 5 days a week. You just show up at the gym. We'll take you through the workout. Meet the stimulus of the workout. Number two, talk to your coach about how to do the workout. Don't worry about the numbers on the board or if it's RX or not. That means as prescribed. We want you to meet the stimulus of the workout, not necessarily the weights or the movements that are there. So the coach is there to help you do that. Make sure you utilize them for that. Part three, how's your diet? So I'm going to take you through what I did to get that under control for myself. January 1st, 2022, I woke up and I'll just say I used COVID, the shutdown, and that whole time between then and we'll say the end of 2021 as an excuse to not take the best care of myself. Although I was still coming to the gym 3 to 4 times, sometimes 5 days a week, my diet was not at all what it needed to be, or what it should be. And I felt it. I felt terrible. Um, and I just realized, you know what? I need to start following my own advice. Um, and if I follow my own, if I'm so sure that this will work for other people, I should probably start doing it myself. Well, here we are, 2 years later. I'm 45 pounds down. I'm stronger than I've ever been in my life. I'm faster than I've ever been. I'm more flexible. All of my health markers have gone in a positive direction. And all I did was start following my own advice. Now, what was that? It's exactly what I just said. I come to class 5 days a week. I only do the class workouts. That's it. I meet the stimulus of each workout. Um, and the diet part. I started to track what I eat every day. Now, that part can sound a little overwhelming, but I decided I was going to do it in a way that made it simple and the least aggressive path possible. There are ways you can do this where you can lose a lot of weight in a short amount of time, but it's miserable. And you end up, at least in my experience, gaining that weight back pretty quickly after you're done. It's like a race to the finish line. You meet your goal, and then you're like, oh, finally, I can go back to the way I was. And all that work you put in is just erased. I didn't want that this time. I wanted exactly what I tell other people to do. It doesn't have to be big changes. Small changes over a long period of time will create the changes that you want, the big changes that you want. So I use an app called Lose It that helps me. It helps hold me accountable to what I eat. Lose It app is a calorie counter. You just enter your food in every day, but it also gives you goals and plans. Usually on a budget and a macro level. Those are the most basic versions. So what I did was I've used this app in the past, and in the past, because I'm very mission focused, I've always been like, I'm gonna try to lose 3 pounds a week and be really aggressive and just hold on and see if I can do it. And the results were always the same. I would do that and then not hang on. I'd always promise myself, oh, I'm gonna continue this, but it would never happen. So I decided to go a different route, and I decided to say, when he presented me the options, did I wanted to go aggressive? Did I wanted to go super aggressive, streamlined? I said no. What if instead of swiping to the right, I swipe to the left on this thing? So I'll show you in just a second what it looks like. And I went to the least aggressive way possible. because I thought, I'm not trying to do something quick. I'm trying to change how I behave. And I'm not going to change how I behave with a shock to my system. I'm going to change how I behave with something subtle that I can maintain. So I did. So instead of with the 3 pounds a week option, I did the half pound a week. And honestly, it didn't feel like I was doing. It didn't feel like a lot of change was necessary. All it did was really it stopped me from having that extra dessert or having seconds or in some cases thirds at dinner. Um, it just prevented me from going overboard at night. That was really the biggest thing because I knew I was going to enter every time, and I'm always going to look at my budget. That was the thing it did for me. And but just by doing that small thing, it allowed me. It's gave me permission to still enjoy the things I enjoy. I have a sweet tooth, so I like just giving up sweets in general, chocolates mainly, was not something that I'm going to enjoy. But if I'm limiting myself to, I'm going to have few, I'm going to have less. I know I'm going to have these things, but it's not going to be a lot. It's going to be just enough. I'm going to have enough. By doing that, I changed the whole paradigm, and I was able to stay on this track now for almost 2 years. It'll be 2 years on the first. And at first, Autumn, she would see me like she knew I had goals in mind. She's like, and she would say, "Hey, are you sure you should have that?" And I said, "Well, it fits my budget, so I'm going to have it, and I'm going to try to actually match my budget every day." So at the end of the night, when I didn't have enough carbs, and it fit into my macros and my calories, I would have a dessert. I like these coconut milk kind ice cream bars. They're great. They have a little bit of protein in them. They have chocolate in them. It's really good. It kind of hits the spot. But I would have one or two of those because they would fit into my macros. Every now and again, I'd have a cookie, but I wouldn't have like the box of cookies like I used to have. And so let, now that I've told you a little bit about that, let me show you what the app looks like. All right, so it's called Lose It. It's this one right here. This little orange app looks like a scale. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, there it is. I'm going to open it up. All right, so I've just cleared it out. This is actually the gym phone, not my phone. And I'm going to start a new plan. It's going to ask a whole bunch of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and say, so that's where I was back in 2022. I'm at 185 now. I'm going to say like I'm there. Or sorry, yeah, January 2022. So 230. I'm going to make my goal 199. That's what my goal was at that point as well. 199. All right. So here's what I was talking about. So we have our accelerated plan. We can go this way. We can go vigorous plan. What is that? 2 pounds per week. So accelerated is a pound and a half per week. So I decided to go this way. Steady, 1 pound per week. And then half a pound per week. Right there it says, if I do this, I'll reach my goal March 9th of 2025. Now that seems forever from now, but the time is going to pass regardless of what you're doing. And so that's what I had to get through my head. It's the time is going to pass. So I'd much rather be heading in the direction I want to be going as the time passes than do something that then get to that goal earlier and fail. And when that date comes around, I'm not where I want to be. All right. So I select that. My plan is ready. Continue. Boom. All right. So it's got that in there. And so this is what the dashboard looks like. You can change that up if you want. You can see I got that many calories per day. You enter your stuff here in the log. If I want to log something for breakfast, I had like I put in 2 eggs. If I wanted to add the rest of my breakfast, I can just look up. I also had a couple pieces of toast and some eggs. So let's see. TOAST. Toast. Came right up. It's got a whole bunch of brand names in it. I'll do toast. Slices. 2. Boom. And that was my breakfast. Yeah. Simple. So do that. couple cool things about this app too. It will carry over to your breakfast. So if you do the same thing for breakfast every day, it'll carry that over. Um, Whatever you enter in, it will start to have. So if I do that, you have meals, recipes. Meals are like the stuff that you've had. There's no meals here, but stuff that you had in the past. My foods, so stuff that I've added in. See, it now has eggs and toast because those are the first two things I've added. It'll create an ongoing database, and then also you can have friends on here, like we can share recipes and things like that. I find it to be very simple. There's also MyFitnessPal and other things like that, but in my experience, this has been the simplest and easiest app that I've used. Sadly, I'm not sponsored by them, so I don't get anything for this other than I think that they have done with the product that they've created has helped me a lot, and I'd like to see it help you as well. All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for today. Um, if you'd like some more details on this, next Saturday, I believe that's the first is Monday. Is it the 5th? Saturday, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that would be, that's the 6th, right? Yeah, Friday the 6th, Saturday the 6th. After class, after the 10 o'clock class, is it 10? Yeah, after the 10 o'clock class, I'm going to hold a little meeting here at the gym for anybody who wants to have a little bit more detail about this, about Lose It and how it's worked for me. So anybody who's interested in coming to that, I encourage you to do so, and we can start this quote unquote journey together. All right, guys, that's all I got. Happy New Year, and if you are interested in going on this journey with me, I'd love to have you on board. Take care.